Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 7 stream. My name is Adam. I am the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Swimming in the Deep End, San Jose Sharks 2021-2022 season. Jeff, we have done a lot of different things this year and have had not a lot of great success. I mean, we're sitting currently in 12th at 2 games under 500, 19, 21, and 0 for 38 points. Seattle, which we brought in as an expansion, is actually doing better than us at 21, 15, and 4, which I don't know if that's really a surprise. Their defense is a lot worse than ours, which is, I'm not really sure what to say on that. And
I mean, they signed Ovechkin as a free agent. That's probably what most of that is coming from.
And their goaltending is really strong, too.
Yeah.
But we actually need to call somebody up here because apparently we have an injury of groin tightness. So
the other thing I noticed just looking at the standings when you sent the new file, what is going on in Arizona?
I'm not sure. We'll take a look
like
at it in a minute.
Dumpster fire there, 4-27-7.
Yeah, so we can see Arizona. Yeah, 15 points. They should not be this bad. Looking at their team.
No, looking at it, I think maybe they should be.
Okay, well, they've lost Halmerson, who's not really that much for 1 to 2 months. They've lost, their big defenseman is Victor Sordenstrom. He's gone for the year with a torn UCL. All right, that would explain part of it. Oops.
Well, big prospect defenseman. He's not quite there yet, but
well, he's two
doesn't
out of
look like Ekman Larsson's having a good year.
Yeah,
and really nobody's scoring for them.
Oh, that's probably
Gross
part of it.
And Garland are the scoring leaders with 8 goals in 36 games.
Yeah, Connor Garland. Yeah, Phil Kessel's got 6. Old man Phil Kessel's captain in that team too, huh? All right. 19 points in 38 games. Yeah, well, that'll do it. That will do it. All right. So we just called up Tristan Robins. Basically, he's one of our best prospects. We'll throw him in for Meyer just straight up.
We had him up earlier in the year, and I don't think he got off to a great start, did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he did okay.
Well, 2 goals in 8 games. Well, not too bad. One thing we may want to think about doing is sending Brossoit down and bringing Jones back up to be the backup, because Brossoit has really been struggling this year. His goals against average is like 75 points higher than Sorokin's.
We'll give him one more game and see how it goes. But yes, we could do that. Play game for Seattle here. All right.
Sorokin's actually above 500 for us.
Oh, he doesn't have a jersey number. All right. He wants number 11. Oh, yeah, but Anze Kopitar got 11, so he's going to move to number 9. All right, he's good with that. Owens comes up and jumps immediately on the first line. Let's see how he does here. And we pick up a win versus Seattle, 3-1. All right. Gregoire scores, Shomolsky scores, and Anze Kopitar scores. Yes, we picked up, if this is your first time tuning in, we picked up Anze Kopitar, making the Kings retain half of his salary, and we gave up a couple of low-level prospects. I believe, anyways, that's what it was.
Yep, although he hasn't done much for us so far.
No, but he brought that veteran leadership to our forward group that we needed. And strengthen our center. So if you tuned in just before and you heard Jeff and I bantering back and forth, we were talking about how he feels about the NHL season getting closer to the end, except for his favorite team who still has so many games left.
Approximately 300 games left to play for the Vancouver Canucks, but don't worry, we'll get it done in the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, I was just saying what I'd like to see the Canucks do right now. They got their couple of contracts under 50, so they got the space. Sign a couple of players off the women's national team. Why not? What's it going to matter? And with the games that are left are against Calgary and Edmonton. I don't think either of them can move in the standings, can they?
No.
Don't think Edmonton can.
No, all the playoffs have been.
Why not?
Unless Edmonton could fall to the second seed, which I don't think can happen either.
And that'll get us back down behind, I think, Columbus, and we might be within reach of New Jersey for lottery pick position.
Okay, Detroit just bought out Thomas Greiss. That's surprising.
What have they been doing with him?
Been in the NHL. He played in 24 games, went 13-6-1.
That's a little odd. That's actually the AI is only supposed to do that when the player's unhappy. Is he showing unhappy in your game? He's not in mine.
He's shown as okay.
No, it shouldn't have been. Or did they? Well, were they trying to send him down? Who are the goalies in Detroit now? Did they sign somebody? Maybe.
Let's take a look here.
Oh, he has declined to 1.5 stars. He was 3 stars at the start of the saves.
Right now, they just have Jonathan Bernier on their depth chart. So let's take a look. They have Marcus Hoberg currently, who would probably be the next guy up. Boy, they got a lot of goalies signed though. Philip Larson.
Well, some of them were unsigned.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, most of them are actually or at least 2 of them are in junior. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 6 goalies now that Grace is gone in the pros.
That's still plenty.
But I think Grace might have slipped down a couple of ratings points, and that was enough for them to try to send him down, and that may have led to the release. Although I got to double check the conditions on that. That's not quite as I remember them working.
Yeah, all right, we're going to leave Sorokin in for this game versus Montreal. Sim it out, and we pick up another win. We're back to 500, Jeff. All right.
For now.
4-2. Why do we got to be like that for? We put up 41 shots. Donato scored.
Keeping
and then we went down 2-1, and then Hurdle tied it up. Assist by Tristan Robins, his first NHL assist. Donato scored again. Eric Holla added an empty net goal. All right. Interesting player on waivers. Petrus Palmu. I don't know anything about him. He's a Canuck, though, apparently.
Is he? He must have. Oh, right. No, he was
5'6".
We picked him like a late round a couple of years back. Don't think he's that much for prospect. Yeah, in the game, looks like he was played in Germany last year. Had a good season, but yeah, he's tiny.
Yeah, 5'6", 177 pounds. Yeah, actually, okay. So we've seen Team Canada announce some guys who are going to the World Championships. You see, Winnipeg's Cole Perfetti is one.
Oh no, I didn't see the. Did they announce that today, or
they announced a couple guys were going?
Huh?
And they announced something with the national team too, I think, but I didn't actually read what it was. Had a few other things going on. Tim Myers back soon.
And of course, the other big news: the Rangers firing their coach.
Oh yes, which I guess makes sense when you clean house with everybody else. So. Yeah,
well, I mean, he's the one who didn't have the goon on the ice to stick up for Panarin. So.
All right, so we have 5-4 overtime loss with Laurent Brossoit in net.
Oh, yeah, I just found the Team Canada roster. Wow, this is a little rough.
I forget who the other AHL guy was.
Well, I got Owen Powers.
Oh, maybe that's
Michigan this year, yeah.
Yeah, his own Power, I think, yeah. And Perfetti were the two guys going. Okay.
The goalie's DiPietro, Hill, and Kemper.
Yeah, they took Arizona goalies, yes.
And the Canucks' third string guy?
Yes. We're going to call up Martin Jones by your request. And we will send down Brossois.
Down or over to the other side of the building at least.
Tomato.
Staying in San Jose and just playing for the Barracuda now.
Indeed.
The other big news, well, at least for Vancouver, we're going to have the farm team in Abbotsford next year.
Has that been officially been announced? I was trying to pay attention.
Apparently, yes. It's it sounds like it's a done deal, and New Jersey is going to leave Binghamton and go into Utica, so Utica doesn't lose their team, which is good because Utica's been a pretty good city for.
Well, Binghamton has had a lot of hockey teams over the years too. I feel bad for them losing their team.
Yeah, but I mean those. The upstate New York cities tend to shuffle around. The AHL, they'll get one another couple of years when somebody else goes under. And the Canucks are gradually moving across the state. They had the farm team in Rochester in the 70s, and then Syracuse in what was it, the 90s, 2000s, the Crunch. Which is east of Rochester, and then on to Utica a few years ago.
I hope Abbotsford
east of
makes it work, but they also had that and it didn't work.
Well, it was the Flames. It made no sense. Nobody likes the Flames in at least that part of BC. There wasn't really any interest, but I think they'll do really well with the Canucks farm team in there.
We shall find out.
Although that'll probably move along with, depending on the success of the Canucks, which, let's hope it gets better than it was this year.
Okay, well, they've also said, what do you think? Do you think they're going to have Travis Green back as head coach or not?
Coin toss, really. I mean, if Benning needs to save his job, he'll be gone.
Okay, as a fan, Jeff, of Vancouver, do you want him back or not?
I wouldn't object to giving him another year. I don't think he's done anything particularly wrong.
It's hard to sign a coach for just 1 year.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know what the funny
You never sign a coach for just 1 year. You sign him for 3 years and fire him partway through the first year of that.
You know what the funny part is? So Columbus, or Tortorella, announced he's not coming back to Columbus, which everybody kind of knew, especially after he trotted out all of his assistants onto the bench in the last 2 games. But now New York's open again. What do you think the chances are? Tortorella ends up back
we really want to see Larry Brooks and Tortorella going at it again. I'm all open for that.
Like, think about it. Panarin absolutely loved playing for him. Panarin's in New York now. I think there is
back in Vancouver. I like the guy.
I think we got beat up by Colorado pretty bad there. I think there's a strong possibility Tortorella ends up back with the Rangers.
Yeah, wouldn't shock me.
And yeah, I think that would just be delightful for all said reasons. But yeah, there's 7 coach openings right now? It's kind of crazy that there's this many. They said it's interesting, though, somebody pointed out none of the teams that didn't play in the bubble last year are not in the playoffs again either.
None of the teams that... Say that again?
No team that didn't make the bubble last year is not in the playoffs this year.
Well, I mean, they were relatively close together. I mean, this season is...
Yeah, but I mean, there's
the end that the conclusion to 2019-2020 is more like the start of 2020-2021.
Yes. So Jeff, since our last stream last week, I think now because time has no meaning anymore, we released another update for FHM, correct?
Yep, likely the final big update. If there's some serious problem we pick up on, but we haven't had any so far. We may do a hot fix, but it's been...
so just want to talk a little bit about
several days now.
Even though we've been showing it off, but if somebody's tuning in for the first time, what's some of the things that they might see? Oh, What did Sorokin get sad? He feels isolated again. Oh, man, really?
You gotta find a Russian. Don't we have a Russian?
I thought we did. He was doing fine. Giving Martin Jones his first game of the year versus Winnipeg, and we stomp Winnipeg. All right.
You can call up Chekovich from Barracuda. Or Gushchin. No, Gushchin's in junior.
Okay.
Gogolev, but he's only 1.5 stars. Do we have the roster space to call up the guy?
Yeah, we do, because I sent Robins back down, so we're calling up Chekovich, I guess, to be our extra forward.
He's not having a bad season in San Jose, but basically he's there to hold Sorokin's hand. Sorokin should be learning English soon.
We'll take him.
He only came over last season. It'll be a little slower than that.
We'll take him as we can get him. We'll have to watch some of these.
But yeah, getting back to the update, we added a few new things, some features for multiplayer where makes it a little easier to update the league files without the need to go in and out of other programs and stuff. A lot of it's done internally now. Add the option to change injury frequencies. A few new UI things. There's 10 new historical challenges if you haven't seen that yet, with the accompanying achievements and Steam achievements for those. What else did we do?
Added some new stat lines.
Oh yeah, advanced stats. There's a couple. You can show that in this game if you wanted to.
We'll look at it later. Not quite yet. But yes, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we've looked at them previously, which you can find all of our previous videos archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments, which you're already maybe watching, but it's in a different playlist than this one. And game versus San Jose, or versus San Jose. Well, yeah. Game versus Calgary. Play Sorokin. He's still feeling sad. And we beat up on the Flames 6-4. All right. Wow, Flames were up 2-0, and then we got a goal. They went up 3-1, and then we scored to tie it up, and then they took the lead again, and then Alex Killorn finally gets there.
Yeah, Kopitar with a couple of points, too. It's good to see.
Yes. All right, I forgot about Alex Killorn, who we also added to this team. Was that a waiver pickup, I think?
Might have been.
I'm trying to remember.
Tampa was in cap trouble, and we were near the top of the waiver priorities at the time.
Yeah, acquired on waivers. Yes.
Yeah, he's still got 2 years left in his deal, and he's $4.5 million. So,
yeah, even though he's 32, we decided it was worth the chance to pick him up.
And with all that cap trouble, it looks like Tampa is starting to struggle now. They've got about one line of depth, but then there's an awful lot of young guys in the lineup after that.
Yes, and we just passed Christmas, and Anthony Duclair is finally ready to return to practice.
Just in time to get hurt again.
I'm gonna leave that dude out till he is 100%, like, just.
Yeah, don't give him a reason. Because actually, if you look at his history from check injuries last year, what was it? January, injured MCL. February, injured hip flexor. March, sore back. April, strained oblique. And then this September, sore ankle. And then just December, another MCL's. Oh, no, sprain this time.
Take that, P-Wog. P-Wog came and said, how's the Leafs doing? Well, we just beat them 4-3 in our first game after Christmas.
And the Wings are they're actually doing surprisingly well, aren't they? Or at least they were at the start of this. I don't know how they've done since you've been playing this.
Wait, okay. I'm sorry. Bobby Ryan apparently is on Toronto. All right.
How did that happen?
Got to be a free agent signing, I would imagine.
Yep, free agent. Minimum salary too.
How dare you say it's my Leafs, though? How dare? I would have actually kind of rathered Winnipeg play Toronto in the first round of the playoffs. But alas, here we are. Wow, Kyle Connor already has 63 points, leading the league.
Although it's a pretty close scoring race.
Yes, all right.
There's probably like 6, 7 guys there and yeah, when we started this, Kane was at the top of it. And he's dropped down to about 7th now.
And we get shut out by the LA Kings because we got too cocky, apparently, on the second night of a back-to-back. They score 3 goals in the first period, and that's all that happens the entire game, other than one single penalty in the second period. Oh, Bo
Rookie got the
Horvat.
shutout, Melnichuk.
Bo Horvat is in LA.
Yep. Apparently, the Canucks traded him at the start of the season for Matt Viltala, a goalie. Not sure why they did that, but the goalie is having an okay year in the AHL. 4-star potential, but he's never going to get there. He's 22. Ouch.
It's a very Jim Benning.
Unless the Canucks were in cap trouble, that's not a great... maybe they were in cap trouble. They're pretty close to it.
I was going to say, they are in cap trouble in real life right now, so...
Yeah, because this year in the game will be the last year. We still got that $3 million Luongo penalty.
And that beautiful Louis Eriksson contract.
And apparently they gave Danny DeKeyser a $5 million contract. Yeah, that's a betting deal.
And we're still just trailing Seattle by 3 points. The good news is we're only 4 points out of a playoff spot at this point.
Yeah, maybe hope Seattle will fall off a little bit.
Oh, no, wait. Top 3
scoring.
spots.
They've got the
top 3
goaltending, but
spots. 6 points.
Their D is a mess. Oh, yeah, because you look at the Central, on the 5 and 6 are still a half dozen points ahead of us.
So we're not out of it, though. We're going to need to go on a bit of a run. And hopefully we can. All right, player poll results. Best skater is Nate McKinnon. Hardest shot is Dougie Hamilton. Toughest is Ross Johnson. Fastest is Connor McDavid. Best role model is Franz Nielsen. Cleanest is Marcus Nudavara. Evgeny.
Oh, I see one you're going to like.
Overrated is Evander Kane. Well, yeah, of course. Underrated is Colton Parenko with the Blues. Franz Nielsen is the smartest. Tuukka Rask is the toughest goalie to beat. And Bruce Cassidy is the most coach most people want to play for. Ouch. Why are we not the most coach most people want to play for? Is it because we ruthlessly cut and trade away people?
Could be. Chat question. Are there any plans to include a team interest level when navigating the trade block menu or placing your own players on the trade block to see who's interested in that player? Well, that'd basically be the pretty much the same as the shop player option. To see who's interested, because you get an instant offer back if somebody is. I think I want to make some changes to the way trading rumors and possibly some of the mechanics of making a trade work, but I'm not really settled on that yet. There's a few other things I want to get done more on the free agent side and signing mechanics for FHM 8, and then we'll see if there's time after that. So we're starting on that already. We've been working on a few things for 8 so far.
And development report. What is of interest? Oh, Zach Dean continues to get better. Like it. Oh, though he's hurt right now. Strained forearm. 22 points in 27 games. Hopefully he picks that up a little bit. Riley Kidney, though, playing very well. 27 points, 32 games. Okay, our Russian American in the USHL is doing pretty well, too. I'm not sure he's ever going to turn into anything. We'll find out.
Pizzarov, yeah. Well, it's not bad. Still only half a star. He'll probably assume he's going to college next year.
Ozzy Weisenblatt continues to increase. Theo Rocher. Theo Rocher's got 21 points in 28 games. I think there's a strong possibility he could be a fourth liner for us next year. Peter Reynolds.
Similar strong possibility we don't sign him, but he goes over to Switzerland.
Boy, Peter Reynolds is having a horrible year. What's going on there?
Oh, wow. Yeah, Jesus, says St. John got like really good depth or something? No, not particularly. And there's one of their better centers was injured. Oh no, he's that guy isn't a bad prospect. Wow, that's.
Let's take a little look here. Yeah, what's going on there? Like
Reynolds is actually showing up way down their depth chart. I'm not sure why that is.
He's only playing 751 a night, so.
Yeah, they're burying him on the fourth line. That's not good news. I think. Can we do anything about that? No, not really.
No, but we can probably do something with him next year. Oh no, he'll.
Yeah. No, he's 2003. It's going to be now. Yeah. He's got one more year in the queue. So hopefully they trade him or something and get him to somewhere where he's going to get some ice time.
Yeah, that's disappointing. All right. And NHL Players of the Month is not us. That's not great. Yeah, there's a second follow-up thing there for you too, Jeff, in the comments.
Yep. So, we're going to get more towards the rumor mill. Yeah, that's the one problem with having trade rumors is then you've got to write a lot of new text, so there's at least some reasonable amount of variation in it. And unless I do it, maybe I could set up a way that didn't do it through news items, just because it tends the more news items you get, the more it's something that takes a while to do, and there's perennial quality control issues with those. So I tend to steer away and try to do things, that kind of thing, put it in a context where it's some part of the UI you can see maybe who's interested in it, but trade rumors are harder to do like that.
Yes. Okay. Board confidence update. This is going to be key. Let's see. What do they say? Awesome Plattner says the season is a great success. The performance confirms that impression. We went 8-3-1 over the month of December. Despite your current performance, he is concerned about our work as general manager. Come on, man. We're doing as good as we possibly can.
Have a look at the new nationalities thing. I always like to see if there's anything
job
interesting
security
going on there.
Okay, well, we're actually pretty good. We're above 50%, but all right, going back. New nationalities.
Oh, yeah, our job securities.
All right.
Chemistry's good. Fans are happy. I don't think we got anything to worry about this year.
The only name I really recognize there is Zygmus Grigerson becoming United States.
Girgensons, yeah. Other than that, yeah, just some Canadians switching. Oh, Justin Schultz.
Oh, I missed Justin Schultz, so yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to play for the U.S. now. But other than that, yeah, just
that's not really a loss for Canada.
Yeah, I think we can survive without him.
Who knows, though? Maybe not. Maybe not.
He was on the World Cup team in 2012. Or is that the World Championships?
Like I say, World Cup did not exist in 2012, so definitely wasn't
World Championships, 2013 World Championships then.
Last World Cup was 2016. Before that, it was 2004. We lose versus Tampa Bay. Man, we put up 43 shots and only get one goal. You score our only goal of the game.
No, Vasilevsky won that for them.
With just over 1 minute left.
Well, at least we ruined Vasilevsky's shutout.
Apparently. And, oh man, we're dropping now. We're going to need some wins to actually get back into this playoff race. Game versus Winnipeg. Most of our guys look good enough to go. Give this game to Martin Jones again. Sim it out, and we win 6-5.
Playing the backup against Winnipeg. That doesn't seem shady at all.
Hey, he won the last one, Jeff. Thank you very much. Patrick Laine is, of course, still in Winnipeg. Cole Perfetti, though.
Yeah, should mention we started this months ago when it was right at the start of the season before any of the player movement that had happened.
Yes, this is true. And let's just see here. Interesting player on waivers. Oh, lots of guys. But nobody of great interest to us.
Yeah, just some 2-star guys. You could help the Canucks out and take Louis Eriksson's contract.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Kind of figured you would be.
There's still like 7 years left on that thing. The only way I do that is if I was trading them Milan Lucic.
Who apparently doesn't want to play in Vancouver, although it sounds like he wants to go to Seattle. Real life, I mean.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he apparently waived his no movement clause or whatever he's got with them, and Eriksson's actually not on the Canucks in this game anymore. For some reason, the Wings picked him. This is what happened. That's why the Canucks have got that $5 million contract for DeKeyser, which makes no sense because they traded Eriksson to Detroit.
Swapping.
And apparently Brendan Smith, too, who they picked up on waivers, but I don't think Detroit let him go. They didn't hang on to him.
Madison Bowie just returned to Detroit, apparently. Signed a contract January 4th. Just playing senior hockey and now back in the NHL. All right. Sorokin is still unhappy and isolated. Even with one guy up, do we try and force another guy up? I don't know. We don't really have room for anybody else. Because we're still carrying 8 defensemen. He's going to have to fight through it. Man, we pick up a win versus Vegas. Overtime shootout. Brent Burns scored the game-winning goal for us. All right.
How are we doing standings-wise?
And, oh no. Anze Kopitar just got hurt, and he's done for basically, possibly until the playoffs. 1 to 2 months shoulder strain.
Doesn't seem that bad. No, I think we'll get him back before that. But now that raises the question, are we going to try for the playoffs? In which case, do we need to trade for maybe a loaner for the rest of the year to fill that spot to get us in?
We did sign Scott Lawton, right? So he's given us a little bit more depth. He can move up to that second line.
Yeah.
If I go look here, because he's playing fourth line, so he can jump and play. Okay, so we're going to have to change that. Scott Lawton, place with Kopitar. Okay. Let's just look at free agents here to see what, because I'd rather have Robins playing in the minors. We could bring in Thomas Nosek. Let's check playable leagues, though, in case somebody else pops. Realistic signing targets. Jeff, that's new.
We did that a couple updates ago.
Did we?
It's super conservative though.
All right.
It'll exclude some guys who would be willing to sign with you too.
Okay, well, we don't have him scouted at all. I was going to say we could bring in Nick Shore, who wouldn't be a bad fourth line center guy.
Well, I mean, he's ex-NHL guy. We know that's probably roughly right. Sam Bennett's there too.
Yeah, and
Frederick Gauthier.
Yeah. And Derek Roy. I don't know. Of those three guys, who are you thinking?
Lean towards Bennett. He's the youngest.
Let's see what he wants. A 3-year contract for 1.95.
That seems high.
How much?
Although Lawton is done at the end of this year, and that
How much
would
cap room
basically
do we have right now?
Not a whole lot, I don't think. Oh no, we had about $8 million to start the save. That may have changed a little for you. It's probably up a bit.
Okay, I'm offering him $2 million for the year, and he says no, so I'm not signing Sam Bennett then. All right, let's talk to Frederick Gauthier then. Can he sign a 1-year deal? He wants a 2-year deal for $1 million.
That's bit. Oh, for only $1 million, yeah, I'd do that.
I'm going to try and offer him just 1.5 for 1 year. Yeah, he'll do that. So I'll sign him for 1 year. All right, Frederick Gauthier will come in then. And that gives us a little more center depth. Okay, so Kopitar then replaces with... Why do I not see... What? Where do I not see him? Okay, my brain is not working. He's on the roster. I can see him right there. Gauthier. Oh, man. All right. Kopitar goes to the injured list. All right. Okay, so there we go. We got a decent fourth line center now. We're not expecting a ton out of him. But that keeps the Barracuda playing fairly well too. All right, I need to change Scott Lawton's tactics because we do not want him as a grinder on our second line. So hopefully he can find something else he's good at. So what do you got, Scott Lawton? Power forward.
Yep.
Power forward. Yes. Okay. You know, we also had a comment too, now that I'm thinking about it, on YouTube about how Calgary was doing so good because they saw that Calgary won the Stanley Cup last year.
Not so good this year.
No. Calgary just got hot at the right time last year, I think, in our game and just kind of cruised. as you can see, yes, they are currently in last place in our division. And
yeah, and Cup to a lottery pick the next year at this rate, unless they really turned around in the last 30 games.
which I don't think you're going to be allowed to do anymore with the new rules. The new rules are like switching back to kind of somewhat to the old rules again.
Yeah.
For picks, which I don't like. I kind of like the system they had. I get why people are like, oh, well, very bad team really should get the number 1 pick. Well, Detroit wasn't trying to tank. Well, they weren't trying to get better either. They weren't out there throwing big money contracts at anyone they could. So I kind of find that hard to believe. Like, Detroit easily could have grabbed Tyler Johnson. And that would have immediately helped their center depth, but they didn't. And yes, Jeff and I talked about it off stream. Wow, cannot speak right now. Too, but
easy for you to say.
Seattle has officially signed their first player in real life.
Yep, Luke Henman, who I think was a Carolina pick a couple of years ago. They hadn't signed him.
He was a 5th or 6th round pick. He said that he was picked after the GM is now gone. Was gone. Whoever Seattle's GM is, Francis, right? Ron Francis. Yes, Ron Francis.
Yeah.
In my mind. So, but they said he would have likely been in all the scouting meetings anyway, so he has probably some good idea. Very much like Vegas's first signing.
Reed Duke, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep. Brandon Wheat King. Who I don't even know if he's still with them, but I would assume he is.
I think he is. I just looked in this game, in our game, and he's playing. He's signed directly to the Penguins farm team, not to Pittsburgh themselves. So he's kind of kicked around a little bit in the ECHL. Yeah, he's still playing. He played for Henderson this year, so he's still signed to Vegas, I think. I think this might be his last year.
All right.
Unless they re-signed him at some point. But doesn't look like he's much of a prospect at this point.
Anthony Duclair is getting close to returning. I forgot about that, too. So maybe we didn't need to sign Frederick Gauthier.
Yeah, do it on the assumption that Duclair's going to get hurt.
Yeah, the problem is we're going to have to send back down the other Russian but he's not helping Sorokin get happy anyway, so what does that matter?
Could send down Noah Gregor. He's not really rated any better than the Russian is.
Man. Lose 4-1 to Philadelphia. We just cannot get any momentum. And continuing, yeah, Arizona's up to 7 wins now. And, all right. Oh, Hurdle just got suspended.
Fantastic. Only one game?
Just one game. Just one game. But it looks like Duclair is actually ready to come back, and Kopitar is up to 2 to 3 weeks away.
Yeah, see, I didn't think it was going to be out the whole time. How far are you from the trading deadline?
We are January 13th, so about a month and a half.
Yeah,
Okay, now we got to make a
February
decision
24th.
here.
Oh, we
Oh,
got the Olympics coming up too on the February 10th.
what? Sorokin has moved to like angry. Unhappy. So I guess we better not send the Russian down. Man. Okay, I gotta think here for a second. Look at the lines. Gauthier. Hurdle. Gonna get replaced with Duclair as a quick fix. And you want to send Noah Gregoire down, apparently, huh? Oh, we'll see if we lose him on waivers, but the only other person we could send down is Cal Fleury. Maybe we should send Cal Fleury down.
Yeah, he's not really doing any. We got his extra defenseman, don't we?
We have 2 extra
And
defensemen.
Reinside?
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes more sense to have him play in the AHL and just sitting on the bench.
All right. Let's see if Cal Fleury can pass through waivers unclaimed. All right. This is a mixed mosh team. We'll see how this goes tonight. Leave Sorokin in net. And we actually pick up a 4-2 win. Eric Carlson scores. Mario Ferraro scores. Jonathan Taves scores a power play goal and then a shorthanded goal back-to-back. Kevin
And
LeBlanc.
Chicago loses anyhow.
Ryan Merkley score. All right. Rit Flyers. Oof, I lost to Philly just as I arrive. Yep, it's all your fault, Rit Flyers. All right. Thomas Erdel's back from suspension. And we lost Cal Fleury, as I expected we might.
Oh, who took him?
Sabres picked him up. So.
Oh, yeah, they're looking a little thin defensively.
That's unfortunate, but such is life. All right. So now we got to redo our lines here. So, okay, who's coming out of the lineup? All right. Da, 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 da. I think we're taking Shamalski out. Looking at all the options.
Yeah.
Put Hurdle back in. All right, let's look at our lines here. That's not getting locked. That's not getting locked. All right, that looks better. Duclair takes his spot back on the second line. Should Killorn be a grinder? Does that seem right?
That's what he's rated highest at.
Right.
Seems a little surprising.
What's the other tactics available to him, I guess? If we take a
Two-way
quick look.
forward.
Yeah. Or a garbage collector.
Yeah, he's got a good screening rating.
Should we put him as a garbage collector? He might work pretty good on that line with as that.
Try it.
Let's see what happens. All right. Game versus Columbus here, which means we're going to start Martin Jones again. Jones, of course, is 2-1 with an 883 save percentage. Remember when you said our other guy was doing bad? Well, picks up a win, though. 4-3.
Yeah, he's numbers are worse, but he's winning games at least.
Yeah.
Brossoit was 5-9 when we sent him down.
Scott Lawton scores. Logan Couture scores. Ryan Donato scores. Thomas Hertel scores. We scored 2 shorthanded goals to win that game.
Nice.
Yes, we know Cal Fleury was claimed. I'm sad. But he didn't quite get where he needed to be to take a spot from somebody else. I hear somebody backing up.
You can actually hear that?
Yes.
That's weird. It's like really faint through on my end. It's like way off in the distance. I don't know why my mic is picking that up. Let me swing it around a little bit.
It's not a big deal.
Better?
I don't hear it at the moment now.
It just went off. Somebody's car alarm.
I hear do, 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 do. So even...
Yeah, I was wondering if you could hear that, but it was so faint in my ear that I didn't think you were getting it in the mic.
That's thousands of miles away. It will forever be recorded. All right. Looks like we're getting close. No. Game versus Philadelphia, Red Flyers. If you blow this for us, I'm going to ban you from our streams. Except for I won't do that, but maybe I will. And we lose again. What? And wait, did I just see Michel Therrien is back as the coach of the Flyers?
Apparently.
He did coach them before, yes? Like, I'm not crazy on that. That happened, right?
Looking at what the sequence was here to get him. No, he was in Pittsburgh before. But he went Montreal, Pittsburgh, and then back to Montreal. So he's gone Quebec, Pennsylvania, Quebec, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I was thinking he coached. Well, he would have.
He was fired at the end of the previous season in this game, and the High Flyers hired him right away.
All right. All right, couple trades. Kyle Turris gets sent to Calgary for Johannes Kinval. Nice Edmonton-Calgary trade between the two of them. And game versus Florida here. We'll throw Martin Jones, who finally got a little bit warm in game versus Florida. Sim it out, and we lose 3-0. Get shut out by Florida. Not great back-to-back games. Not at all.
Just looking at the scoring leaders, Philip Dano having a career year playing with, I guess, must be with Ovechkin in Seattle.
Apparently.
Good for a point a game so far. Oh, wow. Yeah, good thing he is, because Seattle gave him a huge contract, too, $6.6 million for 5 years.
Oh, Arizona picked up another win finally.
Well, they doubled their win total in the stream. They were only at 4 when we started this. So it's not quite going to qualify as an all-time worst season.
Oh man, we just can't seem to get over that hump, and I'm not sure what to do. Hope that
No,
next
trading
year.
deadline's coming up, and I mean, the only thing is I wouldn't make a move just yet because the Olympics is happening, and God knows what's going to happen. We've got a lot of guys who may make Olympic teams, so if somebody gets hurt during that, that's going to change what we want to do at the trading deadline.
Yeah, just taking a quick look here. If we just look to see if there is anyone of interest again on the trade block, and there's really not. Martin Jones is the top person. So we want to add old man Jeff Carter. The thing is, I think we need a defenseman more than anything else.
Yeah, and
if we could get a good, strong 4-star defenseman.
Not really seeing much there. Orlov.
No, there's not nothing jumping off the page that's saying, "Oh, we have to go get this guy." And don't forget we.
Just looking at San Jose, it looks like some of our young guys there, defensemen, are having pretty solid seasons.
We should actually probably look at putting somebody on the trade block for one of our defensemen. So maybe we should do that right now. Let's look at here. That Brendan Dillon contract's still kind of holding over us.
Which means we probably won't get much for him.
Well, let's put him on the trade block anyways.
I just shopped him in this in the version of the save that I'm looking at, and it was primarily 5th-round pick offers we got back, and various other elderly defensemen.
Is it wrong that I'm thinking we should actually put Ryan Merkley up on the trade block too?
That wouldn't make a lot of sense. He's still developing.
I know, but
5-star potential. That would be crazy to put him up on the trade block. I would put Burns up before him.
I am putting Burns on the trade block. I put Dylan, Van Riemsdyk, and Burns on the trade block.
Yeah, see what we get. Can't shop Burns because he's got no movement clause, but maybe somebody will make an offer.
You know, let's take Ferraro out for a little bit, and we're going to put in Van Riemsdyk.
Up his value up a bit.
Try. He's unhappy with his ice time anyways, so let's get him in there.
Shopping him in this save, I'm getting mostly 6-rounders, but had a couple of offers of younger guys.
Okay,
although nobody particularly good.
Picked up a win here, so. All right. Still 4 points back of Edmonton for 5th. 7 points back of Seattle for 4th. 9 points back of LA for 3rd. And 11 points back of Anaheim.
Oh, look at the Metropolitan Division, how close that is.
Yeah.
Everybody's over 500.
Impressive. Much like real life. Last full season. Brent Burns has played over 1,250 games on the day we put him up on the trade block. Congratulations, get out of town. All right. Game versus Florida. We got shut out last time. What do we do this time? We pick up the win. Oh, 6-4 win. Boom shakalaka laka. Merkley, we went down 2-0, and then Scott Lawton scored. Then Merkley. Then they scored again to take the lead. And then Eric Carlson scored. Then Matt Nieto. Then Timo Meyer. Patrick Hornquist got one, but Kevin LeBlanc scored an empty netter. Icing on the cake. With 3 seconds left, scores. Oof. That's just the... Oh, you think you're going to be close on this? No, take that. Get out. Within 3 points of Edmonton, but they have a game in hand. And all right, Chicago and Seattle made a deal. Brent Seabrook gets traded to Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle's going for it.
For Michael Stevens. All right, game versus Dallas. Oh, Sorokin's finally back to being happy. I don't know why. And we lose versus Dallas. Come on, guys. We lose 6-4. Seriously? Wow. Look at that third period summary, Jeff.
Not good. Was that...
We were
tell me they didn't get 6 in a row. Okay, then.
No, but we were up 2-0 and lost 6-4 after the third period.
Up 2-0. They tied it up. Then we get the lead back. Then we give the lead back. Then we tie it up and blow it in the last 2 minutes, it looks like.
Yep, and not even an empty net goal for the last one.
6 goals. Wow, third period.
Right. Game versus Buffalo. Man, it looks like we actually threw both goalies in net yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we pulled somebody midway through the third, whoever the starter was.
Yeah. All right, we pick up a win versus Buffalo in a shootout. Okay, hold on. I got to check something. Frederic Gauthier is actually sad because we rescued him from the minor leagues. And so he's unhappy with his contract and new team. No, he's unhappy with his new team. All right. Rough. All right, with a month to go to the trade deadline, we'll have to look at what we're going to do in our next episode, which will be 2 weeks.
That's it. The new team thing is just the adjustment period. That'll go away after a little bit.
Yes. So next week we will be back with Jeff's stream where we are playing in the WHA.
And getting beaten rather badly because I didn't go crazy and sign a bunch of free agents like the rest of the league did.
All right, hold on. Calgary is offering us... Ooh. Calgary is offering us Connor Zary for Brent Burns.
And what does... Oh, wow. I mean, that's not going to do that much for us this year, and he's having a pretty mediocre year in Stockton so far, but...
20-year-old.
Former first rounder, late first rounder, but...
Ooh. We're going to have to think on that for a minute.
You want to leave that decision to the start of the next one?
I think so. We'll have to think about it. We may even have a Twitter poll on that. So
yeah, 24 million in cap space over the next few years.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. We can also find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio. Of course, you can come on down to our official website as well, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner where you can come talk about Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, FHM, or anything else you wish to discuss. And Jeff, I can't believe it. We've been on this, doing this stream for over an hour, and we forgot to announce the most important thing. If you haven't picked up FHM yet, it's on sale. It's the playoff sale.
Yep.
So you can grab FHM for...
Or they slightly before the playoff sale if you're a Canucks fan.
Yes. You can grab FHM for 50% off. That's $19.99 USD. So, Jeff, thank you very much for tuning in.
Yep.
And helping out. And we will see you all again next week.